So it may be no surprise to a lot of you that the premiums on 90% silver, that's dimes, quarters, and half dollars, 1964 and earlier, are out of control. They are absolutely skyrocketing, and they continue to do so. And today I want to discuss with you why that might be. So we'll start off today's video by talking about our piles with a purpose right here. We actually have 4 different piles of 5 ounces of silver between Eagles, 1 ounce silver Britannias, 5 1-ounce Buffaloes, and then $7 face value of 90% constitutional, otherwise known as junk silver, depending on who you ask. Some people hate the term junk silver, but junk, constitutional, 90%, whatever you want to call it. That's what we have. Now, the reason that we have $7 face value, and I'll just straight out say this, is a lot of people don't realize, even though I've done multiple videos in the past, we have a lot of new viewers that don't realize that it takes about $1.40 of face value and 90% silver. So in other words, 2 halves and 4 dimes to equal 1 ounce of silver. So for us to get to 5 ounces of silver, we need around $7 of face value, 90% average circulation silver, versus the other types where they're just pure. Now, there is a couple of reasons I believe that the premiums on 90% are so high, but let's talk about comparatively what those premiums look like on the other types of silver. So we have 5 1-ounce silver Buffaloes, Britannias, and Eagles. Now, the silver Eagles, if you look at all 4 piles of silver that we have here, the silver Eagles are far and away the most expensive. These have by far the highest premium of any silver item online. I scoured a bunch of different online retailers and discovered that silver Eagles on average are going between $18 and $22 over spot. Now, the Buffaloes, generally, generic 1-ounce silver rounds are looked at as the lowest premium silver. That being said, I did put these Britannias on the screen for a reason, and that's to let you guys know that there is a better deal in 1-ounce silver Britannias right now because our sponsor, SD Bullion, has Britannias on sale for this week at just $3.99 over spot for any quantity, and you get free shipping at $199 or above, which means you only need to order around 7 of them to get them sent to you for free. That's a really good deal, and actually turns out there's a reason for them being on here, is that these are the lowest premium silver coins that I can find online. In fact, I even checked other online retailers, and even 1-ounce silver Buffaloes are more expensive than the deal that you have on Britannias right now. So if you guys want to go check that out, we will definitely put a link down below, or you can just go to sdbullion.com/deals. But getting all of this out of the way, looking at the lowest premium to the highest premium, we have right here 90% silver, which is the point of today's video. So we'll start off by showing you the exact weight of what we have here in our $7 of face value 90% silver by weighing it on a scale. Okay, so we have our scale completely teared out to 0, and so we're gonna put our entire $7 of face value. And how we have this is 4 90% silver half dollars, which is $2. We have 16 quarters, which is $4, and 10 dimes, which is $1, for a total of $7 in face value of 90% silver. If we put all of that on a scale, and then we throw up a calculator, and we take what our weight is, which is 5.575, and then times that by 0.9, because these are 90% silver, you can see right here we have 5.0175 ounces of silver. So that's what I mean. It takes around $1.40. So again, 2 halves and 4 dimes, or 4 quarters and 4 dimes, 2 quarters, 1 half, 4 dimes. However you add it up, it's all the same at the end of the day. So now that we have our exact weight of our silver, let's figure out how much we actually have to pay to get this $7 face value, or in other words, 5 ounces. Well, when you look at the prices online, for example, if you look at 90%, and I scoured online retailers, and I found that average price per dollar, not per ounce, but per dollar, was around $28 per dollar. I saw some places as low as 26, some places as high as 32, but on average, around $28 per dollar. Well, if we have $7 face value, let's throw up our calculator again, and we take 7 and we multiply that by 28. That means that we paid $196 to get our $7 in face value. But that doesn't tell the entire story because we only have 5 ounces. So if we divide that by 5, we actually paid $39.20 per ounce. Subtract 25, and you can see we paid a premium of $14.20 per ounce for silver. Now, another way you can figure that out, and this makes it very, very simple, if you see an online retailer selling for 28, you just take that number, multiply it by 1.4, because there's $1.4 per ounce of silver on average. You're paying, again, $39.20. It comes out to the exact same math. So yeah, we paid $39.20 on average, and if you paid $32 an ounce at the highest retailer that I saw, it's actually more like, let's take a look here, more like 44.48 or 44.80 minus 25. That's coming really close to Silver Eagle premiums when you see numbers that high. So why are 90% silver premiums going so high, especially for something that a lot of people consider junk silver? Again, I know many people don't like that term, but that is what it's called by many people. Well, there's a couple of reasons that junk silver or 90% silver or constitutional silver is desirable. And I'm going to tell you right now, this might sound like I'm justifying the premiums, and I promise you I'm not. But I do believe that we could actually see the cost or the price of Eagles drop below 90% before the 90% silver premiums get back down to where we want to see them. Again, I do think that the premiums are eventually going to come down. Will it be anytime soon? I don't think it's very likely with everything going on right now with inflation, interest rates, and banking situations, going on right now. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But let's talk about why 90% silver is so desirable, and this will at least give you an idea into why many people are interested in paying so much over spot for it. 90% silver has two things that even I really, really like about silver, and about having silver as not just a hedge against inflation, but also having silver just as, bartering currency. In other words, 90% silver holds those two things. And the first one is that it is very, very recognizable. So most people in the world can easily recognize, silver quarters. They're 1964 and older. The same goes for silver dimes and half dollars. 1964 and older, that these are 90% silver. And these things, while I will not argue that they aren't faked, there are certainly fake 90% silver coins out there. It is very uncommon to see fake 90% silver coins, because more often you're going to see fake 1 ounce silver buffaloes, because they can get more for them and they don't have an exact, diameter and thickness, even though the thickness does change on these. It's a little bit easier to get fake ones of these because the designs are all different. There's so many different designs of 1 ounce silver buffaloes. I mean, shoot, I got two right here. And even though they kind of look the same, you can see these are both very, very different in finish, the size of the head there, the size of the buffalo, what it says on the back. These are very, very different. So there's like so many different variations of these, but there's not a whole lot of variations of our 90% silver. Now, another thing about 90% silver is it's incredibly divisible. We've talked about this in other videos as well. So we just talked about how it takes $1.40 and 90% to get the 1 ounce of silver. Well, let's say you are in bartering mode. Let's say the world collapsed and this is a year later, because I've already said that there will be way more important things than silver and gold if we ever get into that situation. But eventually, as the smoke clears, silver and gold will become very important, because we will be using that, for barter, because the dollar will be worthless, right? So you might be bartering for something that you don't need a full ounce of silver. So maybe you only need a half ounce of silver. Well, to get to a half ounce of silver, you can get a $50 and 2 dimes. A $50 and 2 dimes is a half ounce of silver. Remember, $1.40 is an ounce, so a $50 and 2 dimes is a half ounce. Maybe you only need a quarter of an ounce, so you would need around a quarter and a dime to get a quarter of an ounce of silver. You're getting the point. The point definitely is that it is incredibly recognizable, very divisible, and people just like it because it has a lot of history to it as well. And I think that's why it's getting the premiums that it is. Now, the other thing that is causing the premiums to be high on 90% silver is that it is not being made anymore. They haven't made 90% silver since 1964. Well, they have. Starting in 92, they started making silver proof sets, but not for circulation and not in large quantities. So you will not find a whole lot more 90% silver that's already out there. It's not going to be made again. So what's out there is out there. And while admittedly there is a lot of it, I will never sit here and say that there's not a lot of 90% out there, because I assure you there is. There is not ever going to be any more. So what's there is there, and that's it. Whereas Silver Eagles will continue to be made, for as long as I probably know, for a long time for sure. So that, guys, is my thoughts on 90% silver and why it has the value that it has, why people are paying what they're paying for it, and why it is so desirable. But I would love to hear your thoughts. So do me a favor, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about today's video topic. Let me know if you liked this video, and if you did, hit the like button. Also, I'm going to put a video up above me. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I called and talked to 19 different pawn shops trying to buy and sell some silver. Listen to that video and see some of the crazy things that I heard. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time, and have a great day.